Butler.
Taoiseach, today is a sad day for the health services, with 35,000 nurses throughout Ireland on the picket lines. And this is not a decision they took easily or lightly. To hear the individual stories of nurses is heartbreaking, the challenges they face every day in their working life. Taoiseach, the government has repeatedly ignored nurses as they warn of major problems in recruitment and retention. We're too late to stop the strike today, but it's not too late to stop the other 5 days of threatened action, the further cancellation of appointments, the further upset for both nurses and patients alike. And Taoiseach, I don't expect you to repeat all the answers you have given already, because I listened carefully to your answers and they have not filled me with hope. But can you today give the nurses and the patients some hope, please?
Buckley, on the same matter.
Same issue. We've heard many people speak to see what this morning on the nurses and midwives, and I've listened to your answers, Taoiseach, about the fear of borrowing money or it being affordable for the taxpayer. But you can still propose, and we'll be discussing it later, to take £500 million of taxpayers' money and put into a so-called rainy day fund. That's only going to bail out the banks, will not assess the health system, will not accept the housing system. But I'll ask you another question. Have you a plan B? Because the next people you will see after nurses and midwives will be the Psychiatric Nurses Association, the paramedics, then we have our GPs coming down the road, and we have an ongoing thing with the Defence Forces. So what are you going to do? If you're not going to engage with the nurses and midwives now, are we going to have the same agenda? Are we going to come in here for the next couple of weeks and be discussing all these other issues? Thank you.
Deputy Fitzpatrick, on the same matter.
Taoiseach, 1.4 million per week on agency nursing, one nurse available for every 4 vacancies, a €7,000 gap in pay, negotiations going on with the WOC, the trolley situation, the waiting lists, I can go on, winter bug. And Minister, from day one, Taoiseach, from day one we always said that your health was your wealth of life. And you said this morning, and you keep repeating it again, this will be sorted out. Taoiseach, if it can be sorted out, can we not sort it out now before it gets worse? And I'm pleading with Taoiseach, because I hear talk about 300 million or 200 million, whatever it is. But Taoiseach, listen, the new Children's Hospital, and I said it yesterday, we all need a new Children's Hospital. But all I'm trying to say, Taoiseach, is the best way to get it sorted out, and for the people of Ireland is, when we've been through a tough time for the last number of years, is please, Taoiseach, meet them and sort it out.
Deputy Minister Donohoe.
It's actually summed up very well the difficulty the government faces, because Deputy Buckley listed every other member of our public service at the moment that has a concern, a difficulty or even a grievance in relation to public pay. And what every one of those groups will ask the government, if we move in the way you want, is what are you going to do for us? What are you going to do to respond back to our need? And that's the challenge the government face. When the Taoiseach speaks about the need to be fair to all public servants, he's speaking about the teachers who campaigned in relation to pay equality and the progress we've made about that. He's speaking about the members of our armed forces that are currently involved in the Public Service Pay Commission. And if we go the way that some are advocating here, we face into the very risk that Deputy Buckley has stood up and described. The government has engaged in this issue. We've engaged in this issue through the Public Service Pay Commission. We've been in the Workplace and Relation Commission. We've been in the Labour Court, and we have done that because of our respect for the professionalism and the ability of our nurses and the work they do every day, but also because of the need that we alone face to be conscious of all of the other demands that many public servants are raising.